In 2012, Chicago became the murder capital of the US, but was a rap song to blame? In 2012, the streets of Chicago saw a surge in violence that left the nation in shock. The city recorded more than 500 homicides, surpassing even New York City and Los Angeles. Amidst this turmoil, a new genre of music was taking over the airwaves: drill music. Chief Keef's hit song, Don't Like, had just opened the floodgates, and Lil Durk's L's Anthem followed suit, becoming a local sensation. But could this song really be the cause of the ongoing war?
Well, 2012, and you touched on this already, that was like the year that Chicago changed.
Yeah.
Chief Keef dropped I Don't Like, and then, drill music essentially became, a worldwide
biggest
phenomenon
genre,
at that point.
Drill music, characterized by its gritty lyrics and aggressive beats, mirrored the harsh realities of life on the streets. The genre's rise coincided with the significant increase in gang violence, leading some to draw a direct connection. However, the truth is far from complex. Today, we dive into the events of 2012 to uncover how one song could ignite such chaos. Experts and law enforcement were quick to point out that the biggest spike in homicides came early in 2012. The unseasonable warmth that hit Chicago during that period contributed to a staggering 66% increase in the homicide tally compared to the same time in 2011. But there was another factor at play, a factor that some believe intensified the violence.
City deadlier than a war zone. Another 9 people were killed in Chicago over the weekend. The number of murders this year alone is already over the 250 mark. That's higher than New York City and more than U.S. troop deaths in Afghanistan. What can be done to stop this kind of violence?
These are devastating numbers for the city of Chicago. Rahm Emanuel is blaming a lot of this on the proliferation of the gang violence, and that a lot of that is isolated, he says, in a lot of the poor neighborhoods.
Lil Durk's L's Anthem wasn't just another track. It was a scathing diss aimed at rival gangs. Durk, a black disciple, took direct shots at 2 Gangsta Disciple sets. The song blew up locally, appearing on several Chicago radio stations and escalating existing tensions to a dangerous new level. The response was swift and deadly. Brick Squad member Lil JoJo, a Gangsta Disciple, fired back with 300K, a track that directly dissed Durk and his associates.
Were you guys around when Lil JoJo dropped the BDK song?
I wasn't there when he dropped it, but I mean, we was definitely around. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you talking about in that climate?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
yeah,
I remember
sure.
that song changed a lot of things. Like, I used to hang out, like some of my homies is BDs. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? It
Yeah,
was
I
cool.
can show you pictures on that. You
For
gonna
sure.
see me at JoJo Day
For sure.
with smiles. I can show you all them pictures too. You hear me? Hell yeah, it was around that too. Shout out saying them for sure. That's what we is.
Yeah,
we insane. You hear me? We double C, double G.
That made a lot of things hard in the city, bro. Cause like people you used to be cool with, that they start acting weird when that song came out. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when like, bro, GDs and BDs used to be the same thing. Like everybody used to be cool with each other. Like once that song dropped, like dropping that song in a city full of BDs and like that music, I feel like the music was what messed our city up for sure.
The rivalry wasn't just lyrical, it was brutally real. JoJo's retaliation led to his tragic murder, a turning point that sent shockwaves through the city and beyond.
The same year, and like you said, Lil JoJo drops BDK. And has that ever really been said on record like that before?
Never, ever. He did it. You gotta, and then it looked crazy because these niggas is outside with guns bigger than them, jumping around. You know what I'm saying? These niggas claimed it. Going, so now to his set of people that like him and don't like Chief Keef, they, we BDK. We with them, we doing this. That turned it up. Nobody's never did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't know what happened to JoJo or whatever, but you see how fast he died. That's not nothing to play with. His own niggas probably could have set that up. You never know. Because you got niggas that's like, he finna make us beef between each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, but his mark was left so strong already by him being dead. Now the millions of people that watched his shit, fans of him, like, fuck that, they killed JoJo, I'm JoJo World. They ass could be from Nebraska. They could be from anywhere, don't know what's going on in Chicago. But they was gonna ride with that nigga because they liked his music.
As violence escalated, Chicago's South Side became a battleground. Gang territories were marked by bloodshed and the body count rose. The media began to focus on the deadly consequences of the beef, and drill music became synonymous with the city's escalating murder rate.
All right, we're gonna shoot over to 55th and Halsted.
We rode along with Police Commander Leo Schmitz of the 7th District, a gang-infested swath of the city's south side. And we started just as children were leaving school for the day.
When you have them coming out of school and there's any kind of gang conflicts, you got the mix of, it's like fire and gasoline.
The gangs are fighting a war over turf, drugs, and money.
What used to be a fist fight now turns into let's go to guns.
Shooting deaths are up 20% in the city this year, though in the 7th District, Schmitz and his team have managed to cut homicides by 30%. He credits better intelligence from informants, increased patrols, and a citywide crime tracking database.
Knowledge is power. They use the knowledge, so if there's a shooting right here, we know that the retaliation will be a black down.
The police gave us a bulletproof vest for the trip, and within minutes it became crystal clear why.
All right, hold on. Something's up.
A block away, this man was a target.
He just shot at me right there. All right, man with a gun, man with a gun.
That's the fleeing suspect.
Stay in the car.
Okay. The commander and his men ran down the suspected shooter.
He's in the backyard.
21-year-old Julian Gales. Police think the shooting was probably gang-related.
It looks like a Beretta 9mm. If you can see the hammer, already, that means he just shot it.
What did I do, sir?
Chicago's police say they've seized more guns this year than New York and Los Angeles combined. But the violence here is still so bad that heavily armed police now have to attend gang funerals to prevent revenge killings.
Is this a solvable problem, or do you just try to maintain a certain level of calm?
I don't want to maintain, I want to win. So we're gonna always try to do better than we did before.
Despite the grim reality, drill music continued to gain popularity. Songs that depicted the brutal truth of street life resonated with many, both within and outside Chicago. This duality music as an expression of reality and a potential catalyst for violence posed a troubling question. Was drill music merely reflecting the violence, or was it fueling it?
At the Cook County Trauma Unit in Chicago's Stroger Hospital, one ambulance after another delivers victims of the gang violence that just won't stop.
We're going to be doing a whole bunch to you right now, okay?
This unit treats about 1,500 gunshots and stabbings a year.
Stop the knee, him, you.
In the first 6 months of this year, Chicago had 22% more murders than New York, a city with 5.5 million more people.
We have to assume the worst case mechanism, right?
In the midst of the mayhem is Dr. Fred Starr, who was in charge of the unit this weekend.
I've seen more people probably this year who have been caught in the crossfire or caught a stray bullet. And that certainly is alarming.
How do you react?
Certainly get angry to some extent, but also, when I see the children, I have 2 children of my own, and it certainly makes it very personal for me.
The victims include 7-year-old Heaven Sutton, shot to death selling candy outside her home, and 10-year-old Katana Peterson, shot as she played in the spray from a fire hydrant. She was treated at this unit last week.
They just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
By the end of 2012, Chicago's homicide rate had reached alarming heights. The city had become a symbol of urban violence, and the role of drill music in this narrative was hotly debated. Some argue that the music provided a voice for the voiceless, shedding light on the harsh realities of life in gang-infested neighborhoods. Others believe that it glorified violence and incited further bloodshed. Law enforcement faced immense challenges as they tried to curb the violence. Community leaders called for peace, while artists within the drill scene grappled with their influence and responsibility. The deaths of several notable drill rappers including Lil JoJo, underscored the deadly stakes of the feud. As we look back,
so it's the famous viral clip of the JoJo and JoJo and them passed by.
Yeah! What's wrong with you, hey, I am Brick Squad! Yeah, Brick Squad, boy! What you talking about, bro?
Where were you at? You was outside your crib? Like, what's going on in that video?
I was talking to this from the low end named Polaroski. Man, I was chopping it up outside the car.
It's like a red Mustang or a...
No, he had like a red, Camaro? He had a red Camaro at the time. I'm chopping it up with him, and they come pull up. And that's how it was. Yeah.
Y'all you ever seen them before? Or like,
no, that was like my first time seeing them. Like, I never even bumped into them.
So that was just all like internet shit.
Yeah. You know, be chasing clout, bro.
So JoJo was like never really an op to you, just more so the music or whatever?
I ain't even know him. I ain't even know the man. Well, my op.
Gang out alive on the line. Yeah,
man, my nigga Moody gonna be Lil JoJo for Halloween.
I get on the JoJo bill.
Hey, who you gonna be for Halloween this year? I'm JoJo. JoJo?
Can I get on the JoJo bill?
Speaking of his brother, man, you know, he made the whole BDK song. You know, what was your reaction when you first heard the song?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he gonna have some problems coming his way.
Was like a lot of people mad? Like a lot of BDs mad about that?
Hell yeah, you saying BDK and you in a city full of BDs, you don't think they gonna be mad? Like, say for instance, if you was a gang or something and you diss a whole nation, you don't think the whole nation gonna be mad at you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, when that happened, man, I heard that like, it was like a lot of people really with the song, man. Did you guys see that a lot?
No, hell no, cause where I was from, it ain't nothing but BDs. So ain't no BDs finna be playing that shit.
Did you ever run across anybody bumping it down the street or anything?
Hell no. BD. BD.
August 12, 2012, Joseph Coleman, aka Lil JoJo, would dodge a bullet as his ops slide through and try to take his life. That should have been enough of a deterrent to his future actions, but Lil JoJo was stubborn in his ways. Around August 31st, 2012, he would make a grave mistake that would cost him his life. In the feud between fellow Chicago rapper and Black Disciple gang member Chief Keef, Lil JoJo would release the music video for his diss track 300K, aka BDK, a remix of Chief Keef's song 300. In the blurry gun-filled track, Lil JoJo raps, quote unquote, "These niggas claim 300 but we BDK." Chief Keef was affiliated with the 300 Lamron gang, which was a BD set, and Lil JoJo was affiliated with 069 Brick Squad, which was a GD set. However, 069 Brick Squad also claimed Insane GD, which means Lil JoJo wasn't against taking the lives of his own affiliates if they crossed his path. Lil JoJo's BDK diss record made all of his ops mad, and they became enraged, and the disrespect is the reason why Lil JoJo was marked for death.
What was the O Block reaction to that song? What was, you know, you living in O Block, what was the initial reaction? Like, when did you like find out about that song?
Like, nigga, the initial reaction was, he finna die.
The song, I thought it was crazy. He came out with that song, man, but I said, that goes his death ticket. That's what I thought. And rest in peace to Lil JoJo. I wish that all of us would have had an opportunity to live a different life, but in reality, in my mind of back then, I'm like, oh, sure, he gonna die. He assure you he got death coming. Making a song like that, and we was really what was hot. All the GDs was flipping BD. Niggas don't even know, Boss Top, all them niggas, they used to be GD. Them niggas flipped from GD, then they flipped BD. These niggas is gangster. They not even from O Block.
The already brewing feud was now on the brink of erupting. September 1st, one day after releasing his 300K diss, along with other diss records like I Got That Sack freestyle, Lil JoJo continued disrespecting not only Chief Keef, but other BD members like rappers Lil Reese and Lil Durk. With his diss record gaining momentum, the spotlight was on Lil JoJo and it fueled his ego even more, motivating him to continue pushing the buttons of his rivals. The taunts from Lil JoJo would prompt his rivals to respond in a series of tweets aimed at Lil JoJo. Soon, the back and forth escalated to death threats on Lil JoJo's life. Other Chicago gang members from 10 Trey Block was looking on at the negative direction the feud was headed. Trying to intervene as a voice of reason before it was too late, they sent the message to Lil JoJo. Losing loved ones themselves to the violence and lifestyle, their words expressed concern for Lil JoJo's life and tried to deter him from continuing down the dangerous path he was treading. Unfortunately, Lil JoJo failed to heed the warning, and it would soon lead to his life being lost. Lil JoJo, endousing the flames of anger and vengeance of his feud with his rivals, allegedly tailed and caught Lil Reese in traffic and pursued him with the intent to take his life, shouting the words, "Reese ain't even driving, he a bitch, I'ma kill his ass."
Stupid ass niggas running. They in the legs, motherfucker, hawking their ass. Man's out of here. That is for real. He up there. He up there. Hey, look. Louis Ball, nigga. D-block. Hey, hurry up. He turning. They turning. They turning. Catch that light. Catch that light.
Yeah, no. Folks rolling the Lexus, boy. The Lexus is about to jam, bro. That nigga got P12, bro.
Ah! BC ain't even driving. He a bitch. I'ma kill his ass. Go, go, go! Come on, hit the
Lil JoJo would broadcast the incident on his Twitter page, making light of his actions. But while he laughed at the altercation, he failed to complete the mission of taking their lives, leaving his rivals with even more malice in their heart towards the insane GD member. Lil JoJo, however, was blinded by his gang's influence and, just like many other youths, being led astray by the allure of violence, death, and revenge. Not studying about the consequences, Lil JoJo upped the ante with his taunts, going to his rival's hood while taking a picture to post online. Soon, karma would come to collect his actions. The hours left on JoJo's life were counting down. 48, 36, 24. September 4th, 2012, the day Lil JoJo would take his last breath, arrived. Little did he know his next actions would push his rivals over the edge. At approximately 4:04 p.m., Lil JoJo and his affiliates would drive by his rivals where Lil Reese was also present, mocking them as to incite their anger. Needless to say, he achieved his goal, but not like he thought. Lil Reese would issue a declaration of murder, marking Lil JoJo for dead with the words, "I'ma kill you."
They calling for them racks, they from the house this shit. I'm trying to tell y'all. Boy, you gonna watch this? Boy, you gonna... Hey, reach it low. Yeah.
What's wrong with you, hey, I am Brick Squad. Yeah, Brick Squad, boy. What you talking about, boy?
Over your own bitch.
We ain't for nothing. We ain't die heirs, man. Ain't no techno. What's wrong with y'all, boy?
Not long after, Lil JoJo would continue asking for trouble, calling out Lil Reese online. Then at 6:13 p.m., Lil JoJo fell victim to his ego and his feeling of being untouchable, posting up his location online, a bold but foolish move. Inviting his rivals to try and make good on their threat, Lil JoJo sealed his fate. It didn't take long for them to take up his offer. Around 7:30 p.m., Lil JoJo was sitting on the handles of a bike being ridden by an unknown affiliate riding eastbound on 70th Street, west of Princeton Ave. Police reports state that a 4-door sedan came trailing behind, along with 2 other vehicles where a shooter fired from the front driver's seat of the 4-door sedan, shooting Lil JoJo at the corner of 70th and Princeton Ave, before all 3 cars made their escape. Lil JoJo, in an attempt to flee, ran to 6954 South Princeton, where he collapsed on the sidewalk. He was rushed to Cormer Children's Hospital, where his time of death was recorded at 21:03 hours, which is 9:03 p.m. September 4, 2012. Surveillance footage near the scene of the crime references the breakdown laid out in the police report. Lil JoJo can be seen on the handlebars of the bike as the unknown affiliate turns the corner, pedaling down the road, before the three approaching cars speed behind. Lil JoJo can be seen turning around as they try to get away. Moments later, the rider of the bike is seen running the opposite direction, presumably after Lil JoJo is gunned down. The footage shows police vehicles later rushing to the scene. Reports would detail the evidence found. Observed was 6 9mm shell cartridges. This corroborates eyewitness descriptions at the scene of hearing 6 gunshots, with one piercing a hole through Lil JoJo's chest, first going through his back and then through his heart.
We all right there. We see JoJo on the ground, ambulance. They turn him around and shit. You see a big ass hole like this, boy. I'm like, boy, hell no, he couldn't get hit like one time for my life, bro. The girl said they shot like 6 times. They started to go.
He took me to the room. He said he got shot in the back once. He got shot once. And that when it went through both sides of his heart.
News stations would report on the homicide, linking Lil JoJo's murder to his feud with rival BD affiliates Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and Lil Reese.
The rapper from Chicago may have been in retaliation for a rap music rivalry.
Randy Belisomos live outside the area's the police department in the Pullman neighborhood. Randy?
Good morning, Robin. A war of words in the city's hip-hop community has escalated. The victim, 18-year-old Joseph Coleman, known as Lil JoJo, he was shot by a drive-by shooter while riding his bike in Inglewood. Lil JoJo released this music video online that mocked rapper Lil Reese, associated with the biggest star in the city's hip-hop scene, Chief Keef. JoJo's song 300K targeted Reese, Keef, and their 300 squad. Keef responded to JoJo's death on Twitter yesterday. He made light of it and wrote he was laughing. Police are reportedly investigating a connection between his comments and the death. Keef also threatened on Twitter to attack another Chicago hip-hop star, Lupe Fiasco. Fiasco had recently said those responsible for murders in the city all look like Chief Keef. Keef had recently been under house arrest for a gun charge. His raps at Lollapalooza last month contained the sound of gunshots. Another negative fallout from his 200,000 Twitter followers, Keef is claiming his Twitter account had been hacked.
Lil JoJo's brother, Swag De Niro, would detail the last time he saw his brother. In fact, just an hour before his murder, they were both together before dropping Lil JoJo off.
Yeah, I was with him that day.
You were with him?
I dropped him off,
Okay.
Like, that nigga died, probably less than an hour from when I dropped him off.
Okay. So you're hanging out with your brother. Everything going great. You drop him off, and then you get a phone call.
Now my phone died. That's the crazy part.
Okay.
My phone died. I was supposed to go meet Big Unc, and I told him, you wanna come with me? He said, nah, I'm gonna go shoot dice. He was monster on the dice, fool. Oh, you say, hey, get money? Man, that boy hit dice game, bro. Nigga get a dice game. He's gonna go shoot dice. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna go check on Unc. I'm gonna pull back up and we go up north later. You know what I'm saying? All right, bet. Boom. Pull up on Unc. My phone was dead, though. I remember getting to the shop. It took me like 20 minutes, 30 minutes to get there. Plug my phone up, probably like 10 minutes to turn on, you know what I'm saying, iPhone. Grandma just blowing the phone up. Me and Unc handling business, so I'm like, damn, I let it go like third time. I'm like, damn, what's wrong? Grandma, pick up, you know what I'm saying? Grandma, what's up? John, this you? Yeah, this me. This really you? Like, yeah, this me. Okay, your brother been shot. I was just making sure you okay. I said he been shot.
Lil JoJo's rivals and their affiliates were quick to mock his passing.
Gang! Gang, y'all alive on the line. Yeah, man, my nigga Moody gonna be Lil JoJo for Halloween.
I get on the JoJo bill.
Hey, who you gonna be for Halloween this year? I'm JoJo. Who's JoJo?
Can I get on the JoJo bill?
But Chief Keef's tweets were the target of suspicion, making the 300 rapper the prime suspect all eyes were on. In a sign of no remorse for the slain 18-year-old, Chief Keef laughed hysterically in his post before claiming he was hacked and he didn't know who Lil JoJo was. Unfortunately, fingers were already pointing at him being the one who orchestrated the murder. Lil JoJo's mother and brother would later go on live television for an interview where his mother publicly stated she believes Chief Keef was the one responsible for her son's death by paying mercenaries of his gang to assassinate Lil JoJo.
Having a chance to talk to you, but who do you think is responsible for your son's death?
Chief Keef.
You believe he himself pulled the trigger?
I don't believe himself pulled the trigger. I believe he paid somebody to do it.
An interview with one of Lil JoJo's affiliates would later back up the mother's allegations, where the affiliate stated, and I quote, "We heard them rap dudes put money on bro head."
Fold up, shout out JoJo. He said that shit, I'm trying to get on sixes and ride like my motherfucking boy, man. So
we heard them on JoJo boy, we heard them motherfucking rap niggas put money on bro head too. I ain't gonna say no
rap niggas, look. Man, them rap niggas ain't had shit to do with nothing, bro. This shit is real live street business, you feel me, man? I ain't none of that rap shit, none of that shit, bro. But like I say, bro, we ain't gonna do no talking, bro.
Chief Keef's cousin Tato would post online naming Chief Keef affiliates D-Rose, Fredo Santana, and Kiki as the hit squad that took Lil JoJo's life, adding even more speculation that it was allegedly Chief Keef who greenlit the hit. Lil JoJo's brother Swag De Niro will also comment online concerning the shooter, which again compounded on the already bright spotlight on the allegations against Chief Keef and his affiliates. Swag De Niro would state that the shooter involved already lost their life as retaliation. Turns out, official police reports stated that on September 17, 2012, just about 2 weeks after JoJo was murdered, Chief Keef affiliate Keef Bonds, aka Kiki, was also gunned down, and they believe it was a result of Lil JoJo's murder. The feud has left a trail of bodies. Lil JoJo had the potential to be something more, even warned by those who have seen the reality of this life he was living, but he was another youth caught up in the gang culture. What he left behind was his affiliates who now sought revenge against those responsible, even targeting their mothers in their fit of rage. While they mourned and plotted retaliation, Lil JoJo's rivals were celebrating the death of another that grew up in the same place as they did, fighting the same senseless war, bringing casualties to both sides.
In all reality, in the time of when it happened, man, God, forgive me for the evil that I don't dwell that on no more. I'm a new me now, but we was happy as hell. It was a party that day. It was a party, and it was raining, so we heard he got killed, and then it started raining later on that day. Bro, it was a whole party, bro. It was crazy, bro. Niggas was happy because everybody wanted Lil JoJo to die, man, and it was just fucked up how we was rooting for somebody to die, man. This is somebody, it could have been me, you know. So
sad that even to this day, his affiliates continue to push the BDK movement that stole this young man's life. Rest in peace, Lil JoJo. Alright, y'all, do y'all.
What's y'all? Who that is, boy? Oh, you acting real bad, huh? What that is? Hey, who that is? Hey, open the door. Alright. I'm outside, bro. Alright.
Hey, this Duck, boy.
Well, I better chill it out before I hop out with this glizzy.
Oh shit. I remember last time something like this happened.
Before I hop out with that motherfucking glizzy. Nah, that's love for no, that looks more now. Oh man.
Can you tell us one of your favorite memories with FBG Duck?
The streets don't often give, but it always takes. And when Big Clout FBG Duck was murked, the get back was in order. Just how many bodies dropped after Duck was done in? Let's chop it up and break it down. On Tuesday, August 4th, 2020, Carlton Weekly, aka FBG Duck, was murked by the ops, leaving Chicago and the rap world in shock.
In the Gold Coast today, trying to allay the fears of a neighborhood still shaken up following a brazen daytime shooting that left one man dead and two of his companions injured in Chicago's most upscale shopping district.
This was an individual who fancies himself as a rapper, but is also a member of a gang.
Identified as 26-year-old Carlton Weekly, but more commonly known by the name FBG Duck, the rapper was gunned down on Oak Street Tuesday, just west of Michigan Avenue, by four men who police say jumped out of two separate vehicles and started shooting.
And shot in the Gold Coast, bro. They shooting in the Gold Coast of Chicago, bro. Chicago is not a safe place to be. You cannot even go downtown and enjoy your day without violence, bro. Look at this, bro. Look at this, bro. That's a Chicago rapper, man, by the name of FBG Duck.
The brazen attack was hot in the press, and the law wasn't going to let that slide, nor was the streets. In January 2024, the law completed its version of Get Back when the now famous O Block 6 were convicted of the homicide. 6 members are Charles Liggins, aka C Murder, Kenneth Robinson, aka Kenny, to Carlos Offren, aka Los, Christopher Thomas, aka C-Thing, Marcus Smart, aka Muwop, and Ralph Turpin, aka Teasy. All of them are facing a mandatory life sentence, a lifelong consequence for an action that took a few seconds of pulling the trigger. That was the law getting their justice. But during that whole time, the streets allegedly been retaliating and sliding for Duck. He was respected and loved by his peoples, and affiliates like FBG Young will get online to vow that Get Back was on the way.
I mean, this how that shit go. This come with that shit. Niggas they gonna diss and disrespect anyway. Y'all just want for the Get Back and get ups.
It didn't take long for a body to start circulating online, which was being dissed by the FBG camp. On August 30th, 2020, Loom's Pancake House in Morgan Park was the scene of carnage when the ops allegedly slid on their target. Reports state that at about 1:50 p.m., a man was dining under a tent at the restaurant 11601 Southwestern Ave when a white SUV pulled up and fired shots in his direction. The 31-year-old was struck multiple times about the body and taken to the hospital, where he sadly succumbed to his injuries. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office identified him as Devon Welsh of Back of the Yards, and his death was ruled a homicide.
Karen, this is still very much an active investigation. We are standing directly across from the Pancake House where this happened. Now you can see that white tent. That is where the restaurant has placed additional outdoor seating for customers coming in, especially on the weekends when regulars tell us that this is a popular place with the after church crowd. Now it is there that around 1:30 p.m. police say people were sitting, eating, when a group of gunmen inside a white-colored SUV drove up and started firing shots inside of the tent. Now, police tell us that 6 people in all were hit. One of them, a 31-year-old man who they believe was the intended target of this shooting. He was killed. The remaining 5 were taken to local hospitals. Now, we still don't have all of their conditions at this point. One of the people who was hit was a 42-year-old woman whose cousin spoke to us earlier. Their reaction to the shooting, as sad as the incident itself.
Well, I won't lie to you. It's kind of normal for me, but for it to hit home, you know, it's always, you know, that much worse. Of course, I'm affected by it, yeah, but it just be like, you know, me personally, when stuff like this, this goes on all day, every day. Everybody knows this already. So it's just like, you know, I just hope for better days.
Witnesses tell us that about 20 to 30 shots were fired in all, and at this point, the gunmen are not yet in custody.
4 other persons were hit in the melee, but investigators believe Welsh was the intended target. On September 2nd, detectives released photos of the suspects from surveillance footage in the area. Police reports state that each suspect was a black male. One was wearing a teal hoodie with light-colored jeans and multicolored gym shoes. One was wearing a black hoodie with blue jeans and black shoes. The other was wearing a yellow hoodie and a black baseball cap. All of them were wearing face coverings and used handguns in the shooting and carried out the hit in a dark-colored mid-size SUV.
News. Chicago police are releasing images of 5 suspects wanted in a deadly shooting at a Southside Pancake House over the weekend. Video from a gas station captured 2 of the men. The others appeared to get out of a car in a parking lot. 2 of those suspects look like they have their guns drawn. Police also released an image of the car involved. A 31-year-old man was killed. 4 others were wounded.
At first, it appeared just as a dispute between Welsh and the men for what authorities said was an argument over dividing up stolen merchandise. But when FBG affiliates began roasting him online, clowning his death, it appeared like he was an op of FBG or affiliated with the ops of FBG, and they slid taking him out. A screenshot of a phone description automatically generated. It was nothing but jokes online for the FBG camp with the passing of Welsh, but it wouldn't stop there. Things would become heated between Lil Durk and FBG Duck's cousin, Ruga. Ruga would DM Durk about lyrics that were allegedly aimed at Duck on him and Lil Baby's song Still Running. Durk would rap the first lines where he would say, "You do it for what? You better not say that you do it for," and hides the name with a gunshot. It's all but certain the name to go there was Duck, based on the rhyme scheme of the following set of bars. Ruga would post the DMs to his IG with some more posts aimed at Durk. Durk's brother D-Thing wasn't feeling Ruga's shenanigans and tagged him to have a few words himself, while Durk went the route of ignoring it, causing a back and forth between him and Ruga now. You might say this had nothing to do with Duck, but later evidence from the Duck murder trial saw something that hinted to D-Thing allegedly having some sort of connection around the hit, which probably was extra fuel for him and Ruga to have that falling out online. In court documents that hit the net, it states that the number Teasy called to make everybody go after Duck, who was allegedly chasing him, was registered to D-Thing. The alleged documents also state that D-Thing's baby mama would testify that the number was in fact D-Thing's. This has many speculations that this connection was why D-Thing became a target for Get Back for Duck.
So you talked about Chief Keef. You and Chief Keef were actually close.
Yeah, I actually met Chief Keef. Like, I knew Chief Keef before the music. Chief Keef and my little brother C-Day, they was in like the same grade. So, you know what I'm saying? They used to hang together. Keef used to come around from like C-Day, you know what I'm saying? I know them from, we all went to the same grammar school. I was in a higher grade than them. But, you know what I'm saying? When I was in like 6th grade, they was probably like in 2nd or 6th. You know what I'm saying? So Keef from the neighborhood, I always knew who he was. I never knew him from doing music until, you know what I'm saying, later back in like 2011, 2010. You know what I'm saying?
Things were getting sticky. The cycle was claiming lives and both sides were losing. But dudes ain't concerned with that. Blinded by anger and revenge, they don't realize upping the score doesn't get any wins, just guarantees more losses in the future. That wasn't stopping the ops though. The next that allegedly was get back for Duck was longtime rival of Duck, E-Day 600.
Turn up.
That's
how we know.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. When your new mixtape dropping?
My new mixtape dropping next week.
What's the name of it, fam?
I'm self-made.
I'm self-made. That's what.
DJ V Duck.
DJ V Duck.
That on live mixtapes.
Oh, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. Now, who all down with the 600 movement, man?
I mean, the squad, man. You see, man, savages, man. We out here, man. Savages. Savages everywhere, all up the street, man. Savages.
On the real. I just did an interview yesterday with a cat all this stuff. Rondo, man, they 600 crazy, man. They just give you.
That's my little homie, man. Rondo, man. Squad.
The two had a lengthy history when it came to beef. In the 2011 diss track titled F the Other Side, E-Day was explicit in his mention of Duck with lyrics like, "Lil Duck better duck. For I dump and leave you slumped in the trunk. Is you drunk? Dissing me, you must be dumb." Duck would respond with the diss featuring Billionaire Black titled E-Day Is You Serious? Spitting the bars. My niggas told me don't show no sympathy for E-Day. I would chop his fucking body up and throw it on the E-way. I would murder this little nigga like Cassidy did Freeway.
When Duck jumped in and shit, E-Day came for Duck, right? Duck dropped E-Day As You Serious. Wild Out. No, he dropped Wild Out, then E-Day As You Serious. Like, if you know what you know on my sister, shorty, this real business. He stepped on shit, gang. Stopped that little ass career before he even started. Motherfuckers wasn't even root for him no more. That shit was embarrassing. That Duck he say, I would murder this little like Cassidy did Freeway. And that's what he did, gang. For real. On 4th grade, he said, I'll chop his body up and throw it on the E-way. Damn, what did he just say? That shit was raw as hell, folks. This was really the GOAT, gang. When they speak blackball, no hate shit. The only that blackball from our side, brother, is Duck and Lil J, gang. This real shit. Shorty them. I ain't gonna let my they want with gang though. They want with Brody though.
Actually, they were beefing back and forth online, even up to just a few days before Duck was murked, with E-Day saying he was running to get his pole to Bliss Duck, in which appeared to be an almost near altercation between the two. Get Back would land on E-Day's front door on July 31st, 2021, when he was caught lacking at the intersection of 72nd Street and South Bennett Avenue. According to reports, the ops didn't hold back and riddled his body with bullets, leaving him in critical condition with wounds to his chest and stomach. E-Day was rushed to the University of Chicago Hospital, where unfortunately he succumbed to his injuries. And there y'all have it, sliding for Duck, RIP FBG Duck, all the fallen soldiers. Y'all already know what it is, man. Get in that comment section. Let's get it in, man. Hey, This the road to 31K. I just want to say shout out to everybody that's been showing me support, bro. Y'all already see how I get down, man. Like, if I can, I definitely reply to you in the comments. And we keep it moving like that, man. You already know what it is, man. Drillers and trappers, trappers and drillers, don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!